know what an au
I
pair
was in YouTube. There we go.
That would be like a child caretaker, right? I mean, some people would say nanny, but it's mostly to full time take care of the kids, right?
All right, that's weird. That's not it.
Nanny would do, and normally it's not always a living situation, but normally it is. Okay,
that's weird.
Fairfax County Police went to the house then, right? And they found.
There we go. All right, got it.
Stabbed, and then Joseph Ryan was shot, and they're like, "What's going on here?" In the previous
messages. Try that.
During her bond hearing, Magalie's lawyer, the au pair's lawyer, told the judge that
that looks good. Right? Okay, so I am going, and I kind of left them like this just in case anybody wants to see how I put jelly already prepped. I didn't trim them down or anything, but you can see up at the cuticle I did some work. Looks like I missed a little spot there. It's all right. Okay, so my tips have been primed, and I'm going to take some of this nail glue gel. It's solid nail glue gel. This is Imolene. Not irritate me at all, which is why I use it. Hey, Michelle. Good morning. How are you? Your Manny turned out wicked pretty. As they always do. Happy Manny Monday. I gotta fix well, I'm just putting 2 new tips on. Oh, today's Manny is gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to doing it because it's pretty simple, but it will still be really cute. So we're gonna do like Christmas lights on a string, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure I did this Manny last year. I don't know if I did it on every nail, but I'm gonna do it on every nail today, so even easier, you know. I also saw another inspo pic that had each nail, you know what I mean? And each one was a different color. I saw 2 different ones. One was just regular, and one was like all chromed, different colors of chrome. But that looked really cute too. And we have like the stiletto is the right shape for the bulbs, you know. So I might do that one too. Let me just double check the size. Morning, Tara. Yeah, I just was in my settings and everything, and it says that I have full access to everything, that I can like, comment, go live. It's my thing is not restricted anymore. I went back in and tried to like something, Michelle's post, and got the same message. I was liking a lot of posts. I was like going on other people's threads and stuff, you know, so I wasn't going slow or anything. I wasn't taking my time, which obviously I should have. So happy Monday, Tara. Did you guys have a good weekend? Oh, Michelle, you got today off. Got anything planned for today, Michelle? You banging out those Mannies. Pulled out his service weapon and went into the bedroom when he saw Ryan with a knife to looks good. But remember, she's saying this now. But initially, wait. Okay. She's been charged with shooting Joseph Ryan. And initially the husband's like, I did it. It was me. I shot him. Yes. So there's still many holes in the story. Told Ryan to drop the knife, and that Ryan in turn told Banfield's husband to drop his gun. Ryan supposedly stabbed Banfield several times in her neck. That doesn't make sense either. Magalie's lawyer said that Banfield's husband shot would have blinded Ryan. The lawyer Okay, they look good. You can see there's no little gel here. There's no air bubbles or anything in them. So I'm just gonna cure them now.
There was the sky hovering over my what?
And it just makes it so easy and fast, you know, to be able to do all of them at one time and not one by one. I like that.
Okay. So anyway, so continuing on, they say the lawyer said Vanderbilt's husband told Magalese to grab his gun.
So I'm looking forward to doing this, Manny. So I'm gonna use as my base. I'm gonna use a white Casper from Cosmic Nails because it's glowed, you know. And then
that's when she shot Ryan, hitting him in the heart and killing him. So that's when she shot him.
I have a stamping plate. Let me show you guys. This is what I used last year. See, down at the bottom here are some string lights.
Okay.
So we're going to use these and stamp them on the nails. And then I'm going to go back and we'll use some different colored gems to put over the light bulbs, where the light bulbs are, right?
I'm going to show you this one. Okay.
It'll be cute.
So we've got hubby, wife, Christine, hubby, IRS agent, special agent for the IRS. Wife, Christine.
I have all my cuticle oils on a rack, a plastic like 3-tier rack or whatever. You guys know what I'm talking about. The thing fell apart. So all my oils are like lopsided and stuff. I gotta take everything off and put it back together apparently. Fun. It was a bitch to put together too. Just getting a sanding band.
Which sounds to me like it was planned. Like, let's find someone to pin this on. I'm just speculating. Okay, I'm just speculating. The only thing that seems to make sense to me, but it's just speculation. Disclaimer. So can you see? Here's the hubby. On the far right is the lawyer. She's not 23. Christine, the wife.
I'm just doing this instead of hand filing to rough up the tip. It's definitely faster doing it this way. Weekend, sore throat, stuffy, like not breathing well, coughing in season and stuff. So he's home today.
Okay, Maxine B says, "Oh, you really worked so
Just want to
hard.
make sure those are good.
I said, did the wife agree to that profile night? I don't know. We're gonna learn more now. But just visualize. I know we're a lot of visual learners here. But visualize, hubby allegedly.
All right.
Hubby not at work that day.
Hi, Janet.
Forgot the lunch. I believe I read earlier as well that he forgot the lunch. Okay. She apparently was going to take the child to the zoo and then forgot her lunch. Well, hello, buy something at the zoo.
Yeah, that's why. Why is it saying I don't have any bands? I mean, I wonder if I should contact them.
Okay.
Oh, I bet you got a busy few days, Tara. I mean, Michelle. Oh, you don't? Yeah, because of the holiday. That makes sense, though.
They say here now.
Hey, Britt, I saw, right? I was already in here, but I got the notification you responded to me. So what did he get you? And what anniversary is it? Oh, I can't put peel base on yet. I gotta put gel these nails. Let me just file them real quick too.
And that the husband didn't go to work that day. Instead, he's to have left the home in the morning and gone somewhere close to it.
My Luxie mail that was shipped out last week and I thought was going to be here on Friday or Saturday at the latest didn't come Saturday. So I look and it's in Florida. I'm like, are you kidding me? So those dips that I sent the picture of, you guys, I haven't even gotten it yet. Good thing is Nick ordered me some e-liquid and I ordered it on Friday and it's already out for delivery. And that was from Florida too. So I'm glad about that. An island / bar for your kitchen?
And then she posts a pic of.
Oh, happy anniversary.
Let's make it a little bit bigger definition.
An island bar for your kitchen? Oh my God. Do you have it set up?
So yeah, don't skip there. Okay. Saying no, he's American. It's been months.
Did you
I've
want
seen his
one?
Profile. He's the egg treats me like a princess, and he's hot to kill your curiosity. And then another stuff she says they both love Fallout Boy. Oh, they both love Fallout Boy. That's a band. However, so far the claims have only emerged in online speculations and theories, but no official statement or report has been provided to support the affair allegation.
Cut my finger.
Here's a picture of them.
Between the gel allergy and cutting myself with, nicking myself with the e-file, this hand has really been through it. I got a cut up here,
Thank you, Michelle Hansor.
and then some puffiness here still, a little puffiness here.
Oh, thank you so much. Stacy's mom says this is sickening, that poor little girl. But look, guys, they just had a low-profile dinner,
Oh, okay.
which is now private.
Yeah. What's it look like, Britt? Because your kitchen's green, right?
Some receipts, some clues that they may
Keeping
have
my eyes out for
found.
FedEx. It usually comes around this time.
Vicky Barnes is looking cozy.
I even only filled my tank with a little bit of e-liquid because it's not my favorite kind that I'm vaping. It's all right, but I don't love it. It's one of those ones you buy because, you can't try them anymore before you buy them. So it sounds like something you'll like, but then you try it and you don't really like it. So it's pretty much like a waste of money. That's what I'm vaping now.
And the husband had an exclusive affair, and that the husband didn't go to work that day. Instead, he used to have left the home in the morning and gone somewhere close to it, just hovering around. As far as for the way that the all pairs lawyer.
Oh, okay. You did send pictures? Yeah.
And Joseph
All right.
and the other guy who was shot met and knew each other. Prosecutors said that someone other than the wife.
Well, Connecticut's not that far from you. I don't know how mine went to Florida.
Joseph Bryan
Like,
responded
what
to
the
it.
frick? It obviously got on like a wrong truck or something.
Other than the
It
wife,
goes,
they're not
she lives 2 towns over from me.
data.
But instead of going to like Worcester or something, it goes all the way to Western Massachusetts to Springfield. Every time it does that. And then it will go from Springfield to Woonsocket.
So
But this time it went from Springfield to, I don't even remember where in Florida.
Brian, the guy that was in the house with a weird car, okay, so she didn't recognize it. What's going on? Let's call the
I didn't check it today or yesterday.
And he's like, I will be right there.
On Saturday, it was in Florida.
What was he doing that day? Why was he not at work?
So, all right, let's put peel base on.
Could be many reasons. Just see a couple
So
of
every
things.
nail's gonna be white. I'm hoping, I don't know, I don't remember if I did this Manny on white nails last year when I did it. I don't remember if it was a couple of nails or all nails.
So
I just don't remember. So,
they said, let's just go over that again. As for the way that
this time we're gonna do all nails with Casper, which glows. I have the aqua glow one. I have a purple glow too, but I'm gonna use the aqua. And I'm hoping when we put the little gems over and then we light up the nails to make them glow, that maybe the white will go through the gems and like kind of make the gems glow. It probably won't, but it's a little theory. I'm gonna put it to the test.
That were from the day of the deaths. Ooh, they were so smart to obviously have that.
And even if they don't light up and glow, it's gonna be a cute Manny regardless.
Clothes with it, shoes with it.
And it's an easy Manny, especially with a stamping plate, You don't even have to paint any lines. Anybody want to twin me?
In October, which would be months later.
If anybody wants to twin me, feel free. Oh, Tara, we got a twin this week too. But you guys, Wednesday is Brandis's collab for her son there, the purple and teal. I just did purple and teal, Manny, instead of purple and blue. I'm kicking myself.
And then her clothes were hanging in the husband's closet, and there were also pictures of the au pair and the husband together on the nightstand. And the Christmas
So that's Wednesday. And then Thursday's Thanksgiving. So, oh yeah, Wednesday. I'm not gonna do a live on Wednesday, you guys. I'll do one tomorrow, but Wednesday I have two appointments at the hospital for an appointment for 2 tests Wednesday at 2, but we're supposed to be going to my niece's for Chinese food, like takeout that night. And plus I'm cooking on Thursday, so I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of things to do. So I'm just gonna take Wednesday off from the live, and then maybe do my nails Tuesday night for Thanksgiving, you know. I'm not really sure yet how it's all gonna work, but and then Thursday there won't be a live, but I'll probably do one Friday, even though it's Black Friday. I'll probably still do one because we don't go out shopping on Black Friday, so I'll be home anyway. You know what I mean? So I'm planning on doing a live Friday. So just Wednesday and Thursday there won't be lives.
You're right. These liars couldn't lie straight in bed. Divorce is better than even if you're on for it, exactly, for divorce. So
okay.
They acknowledged.
All right. Well, if Brandis' collab is Tuesday, Tara. I mean Wednesday. That means tomorrow. I'll be doing that, Manny. So. And then no live Wednesday. Want to do it on Friday and we can post Saturday? I'll do it on the live Friday.
Oh, a little bit of victim blaming already before the trial even starts. Okay.
Otherwise, if you can't do it that day, I can do it on a day I'm not doing a live. Oh, you said you good for any day, so Friday works. Want to see if Brandis wants to join us again? We'll ask her when she comes.
Although her lawyer argued that the au pair needed a passport as a form of ID, and that he told her to get a new one after he was unable to get her original passport from police, it added to the concern that she could be a flight risk. Because of the potential flight risk, as well as the fact that a gun was used in the crime, of which
so FedEx driver better remember, hope it's the same driver, because I have special instructions to bring my package around back. And they sometimes don't read it, you know. They ring the front doorbell, which doesn't work. And then, you know, that's it. They don't come around back.
It's just very sad. We're going to listen to his mother. So we'll listen to that now. I just want to show you this one. This is from the Daily Beast. All right. Mom of alleged killer au pair makes bombshell claims about puzzling homicide case. So let's hear what her mom has to say.
So I'm watching this thing. I think it happened last year, but this girl was just charged.
Cats Gallery says, I think
it was like a wife was murdered, and some random guy was in the house, and he was murdered. And then there was the au pair and the husband. And the au pair was just arrested and charged with the random guy's murder. But it's coming out now that the au pair and the husband were like having an affair. So there's obviously more to this story, you know. And it happened in Virginia, in a suburb of Washington, D.C., in like $1 million home, you know.
At the scene, which the Fairfax County Police Department described as a
oh yeah, in Fairfax.
Found the au pair's employer, Christine Banfield, who had suffered stab wounds. Banfield, the wife that
the husband works for the IRS, or he's an IRS agent for the FBI.
In the wife's death, while with the investigation into
all right. Well, we'll see if that works for Brandis too. We'll ask her.
That's going to be very complicated.
Well, we'll see if she wants to twin. I haven't swatched the colors yet. Have you?
Other than Joseph Ryan.
I haven't swatched the other ones we were talking about either.
The knife in his hand, you know what I mean? Putting his prints all over it and all that.
It's bad doing here.
You know what I mean? Bit of a frame job, if you ask me.
I don't even remember what they look like.
Okay.
Let me see.
Marlene Stewart said the au pair obviously had a driver's license for ID. Of course, we find the defense attorney find a defense attorney in contempt for pulling this trick.
Are these them?
Yeah.
Blue?
So they said
I don't-
cases
Yeah.
went into
all
the
right.
house in Herden after 911 calls
Huh.
from Magdalene.
Forgot they were blue.
The first call around 7:50 a.m. was quickly disconnected. Soon after, the au pair called again and said her friend was hurt. That's why we asked, who's the friend?
This is actually a really pretty glitter.
The wife
You can see it's navy blue, but it's got pink and teal sparkles in it. Really pretty. I wonder if this is a thermal.
Okay. Or is it Joseph Bryant? If you know him at all.
Well, it almost looks purpley in the lid is all.
Brendan was also on the line and reportedly told
And
stabbed his
that's
wife.
November 2 from the Revelist Club, and here's November 1, which is a pale gray, it looks like. Put that in there, see what it does. Put this one in too.
Davis also said that authorities did not think Ryan was necessarily.
I'll see if either of them glow.
There had been no sign of forced entry at the home. In an interview with Brazil's Folha
Let me write on the box, November.
Marina Perez Souza said that she was shaken and deeply worried about her daughter's situation. She also gave an account of what Juliana, the au pair, said happened on the morning of the death. So let's hear that. What did she tell her mother? Souza says that Magali, the au pair, was arriving for work when
Alright, so it doesn't look like either of these glow.
called Brendan Banfield to tell him about the break-in. Magalese and Brendan Banfield then entered the property and found
They could be thermal. One of them could be.
That Magalese, so the au pair, the husband, and Joseph Bryant allegedly got into a dispute, and the au pair.
Oh, you just got done doing that, Tara. Great minds.
Listen, au pair.
Where's Patty? She's not here?
That was Christine Banfield's family. That was her husband, that's her daughter. You were the au pair. Okay.
Patty.
Yeah, Mary Green says, starting to sound like a game of Clue. It really, it does a little bit, unfortunately, yes. Also, to say,
I think I'm gonna do a Hypnotic Manny for Thanksgiving. I think I'm gonna use those shimmers, Michelle.
Souza also claimed that
These
the au pair
ones
told her
from last year.
that the case had been closed around 3 months ago, and that Christine Banfield and Joseph Ryan, had
These.
been in a relationship. She told me that the case had been closed, and that the
And
police
do like a Skittle.
that it was Joseph
Or
Ryan
maybe I'll just pick a
because
couple
they were
colors.
I don't know about that. Souza was quoted as saying, and then we found out about 2 days before the arrest that they were investigating her. They ambushed her on Thursday before work. Folha was unable to confirm with Fairfax police if they considered the possibility that
I don't know. I like them all together though.
course of the investigation. It's not clear why Brendan Banfield would have initially told authorities that he shot Ryan. Yeah, why are you covering for the okay?
Neither seem to be a thermal either. Okay, did you swatch them? Is that what you said you were doing, swatching or checking the glow? I thought you were.
There's a lot of questions I have.
Okay. I'm surprised. Usually they have one that does something, you know.
Is it because she used your gun? Yeah, Stefan says a
All
convict,
right.
and maybe even the one after, right?
My Casper's getting there.
According to Souza, her daughter has lived in the US for 2 years, but had wanted to return home to Brazil. Her visa expired about 2 weeks ago, but Souza says she just applied for a renewal. They were saying horrible things about my daughter, that she only did this to stay in the country, but it's not true, Souza said, adding that her daughter had not yet had contact with a lawyer and hadn't been offered any assistance by the Brazilian government. She wouldn't hurt a fly, Souza said. I hope the story gets resolved. It's also quite hectic if he
I'm using Model 1 dip liquids.
And she's moved into the closet.
And this dip here, Spectre, is from Cosmic Nails, and it's her white glow dip, and it's available in multiple glow shades. She just recently added purple too. Oh no, that's Casper.
Local shopkeeper said, did she just say
Huh.
the fetish website? I'm saying, if somebody's confused, don't you make me say all those things. You Google it yourself.
So I think this is already available in purple, but this is an aqua glow. I just made a mess over here.
So this is what she told her mom. To me, that still doesn't quite add up. So let's look at what the sheriff said here. Oh, sorry, police chief Kevin Davis said. In this one, there he is. In this interview, actually talked about multiple cases, but at 2 minutes and 38, he starts talking about this case.
Look, I'm dried quick.
This story has been trending. It's something that a lot of you at home are talking about. We now know that the nanny has been charged with murder. Tell us a little bit about the work that's going into, handling this case, resolving this case. What do you want people to know?
So, Simone, I was at the scene back in February of 2023.
I'm gonna pour it out and lay flat. I don't have a lot, so a couple things in there.
At stake. And since then, our detectives have been working diligently. They partnered with the prosecutors in the Commonwealth's Attorney's Office, and at the moment, we have
Come on.
au pair.
All right.
Second-degree murder. The case, Simone, is far, far from over, and there will be.
I'm gonna do this now again just to get a full layer on it.
Hear the language. We like the sound of that. The case is far, far from over, and there will be additional developments in this case. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
it seems like they could be.
It's complicated. It's relationships.
I'm just laying flat
but ultimately,
into
it's very
the
tragic for
dip.
the who lost their lives.
There we go.
If you remember, your viewers remember, there's a 4-year-old child who I think is now 5, who is also a member of that family. So very sad, very tragic. But folks who commit crimes need to be held accountable for those crimes. So far, we've charged 1 with second-degree murder.
Oh, I
case is
bumped the
still
bottom.
active.
All right. I wanted to talk about.
Just listen to how I said that.
But folks who commit crimes need to be held accountable for those crimes. So far, we've charged 1 with second-degree
Okay,
murder.
there we go.
So far, we've charged 1 with second-degree murder. I'm like, oh, you're speaking my language, sir. It's so funny.
Okay. Awesome, Tara.
Listen to it.
I'm in Fairfax County Police Chief Kevin Davis. Chief Davis, we really appreciate you joining us today. We really value having you in studio.
Thanks for having me again, Simone. I'm having a decent hair day.
Yes,
breeze,
I know
but a
you-
little windy out there.
Oh my God, Patty sent me a picture of herself, you guys. She got hit
Windy out there. It's pretty good.
with some part of a gun.
Such a funny way to start the
I don't know if they were hunting or what they were doing, but she got a nice gash on her nose, though. It looks painful.
Is Joseph a picture of Joseph Ryan, the other victim, the guy who was shot? She's been charged with his murder, second-degree murder. Why second-degree? Because that would mean it's not premeditated.
Hmm?
I kind of beg to differ, just based on what we know, but we'll see. That's probably easier to prove, right? Anyway, so.
Okay.
Stefan says Fairfax
Just
is
doing a little bit of
Was it? I can't remember.
a little bit of cuticle cleanup.
So let's have a listen to what his mother says. Joseph Bryant's mother said that they were so close. They spoke every day. They were like best friends. And her name is Deirdre Fisher. So let's listen to this call and what she says about her son.
Ryan's mother said.
Britt, has that Benadryl helped you?
At 39 have ever struck a woman or been violent with a woman. This is ridiculous. You don't just all of a sudden wake up and decide you're going to be a killer.
With Britt's reacting to, well, she reacted to some gels. You remember? Did you guys see her color palette challenge, Manny? How beautiful was that? I'm sorry, am I sticking my head in front of the camera? Wasn't that Manny gorgeous, you guys, with all those hand-drawn flowers? And the detail she had into it. And not only that, the colors were all a perfect match to that palette. I think she's got to win the color palette challenge this month. She killed it.
Her attorney said it was innocent. She didn't think she was facing any charges. The judge called it concerning and denied her bond. Ryan's mother says she wants justice for her son.
He was a good man. That's what I want him remembered as the beautiful person he was on the inside.
Now, there are still a lot of questions. So far, police have not said.
It was incredible. Oh, so the Benadryl helped. Do you have more Benadryl at home, Brittany? If not, make sure you stop and get some.
Okay, so we've seen that one. Then, what I want to do
So you have it to take.
For nostalgia's sake, a little bit of map time. There's not much to show you. I'm not going to show you the exact house. I'm just going to show you the neighborhood so you can see what it looks like there. There's some drone footage we looked at before and pictures of the house, of course. But let's just do that.
See, the brush just got stuck on my nail there.
We still do it. We still do it sometimes. Here we go.
Because the peel base is stopping it. But yeah, if I go over it a couple times, it will pick up. I got Grizzly True Crime on, that girl from the Netherlands.
It's Black Friday now at
I
Boston.
love her channel.
Prices of the year 1 week early. Adrian Vidadini fashion gloves only $6.99. Ladies designer outerwear, Nautica, Tommy Hilfiger, and more $49.99 to $69.99.
Now we're gonna do dip number 2 on the nails. We do want to make sure we have full coverage.
Okay, and we are back. Let us
So I'm
put
gonna go
this
back
on.
through, but in reverse order,
Buckle up. Stefan
just for the heck of it.
Tell them to buckle up.
Dominic and I have been watching the Saw videos. We're up to Saw 6. Didn't we watch Saw 6? Yeah, so we're actually up to Saw 7.
Final chapter or Saw 3. My word. And it was a $1 million.
We watched a bunch over the weekend. Well, we watched a couple.
Look at it. Wow.
We'll have to see,
I don't know
because
if it's
I was up too late last night.
somewhere around here.
That's why I
just remember this basketball net when I originally
had a hard time waking up this morning. I didn't want to get up.
I think it's somewhere in there. But he might be staying there. Maybe even with the little girl, I'm not sure. His daughter. We go from here and just show you the area so that you can see it. So they said Stable Brookway, and this is in Fairfax, Virginia, as you know. Ooh, let's zoom out so that we can see. Worldwide. Grizzlies, where are we? Damn, look at all the roads it's showing.
Okay, good. You have a bunch at home.
What are you doing? Showing so many things. Okay. Never seen it like that. What are you doing? Just show us the freaking terrain. Okay. Delaware, New Jersey. I like satellite view. I don't like all of this. Yeah. Okay. Delaware, New Jersey, Baltimore is here, Maryland. Shame. That reminds me of Rachel Morin's case. I'm still monitoring that case, by the way. Rachel Morin's case, very concerning. They haven't caught the killer yet. Unbelievable. I think it's time.
Yeah, that
in
looks
her case,
good.
The LAPD start talking about that other. Anyway, if you don't know about the case, sorry about that. Check out the Rachel Morin case playlist, okay? Don't sweat the small stuff. But if he said he shot Ryan, why is he not in jail? Because I think ballistics proved, or the evidence proved, and they probably proved the height of the person that would have shot Ryan, or all that kind of stuff. They've said that she shot him.
There
Now,
we
who's
go.
that? Is my question. Okay. So anyway, so we are here in this.
This is
area
kind of the
Fairfax,
boring
Virginia,
part. The nail art's going to be the fun
beautiful
part
area.
of this Manny.
And in this
I'm just doing a simple white glow dip here.
in the area. And I think they're in this cul-de-sac here, from what I remember. Yeah, I think it's somewhere, one of these, somewhere here. So there we go. That's all that map time. Let's see what else I've got for you. I wanted to show you this one. I'm going to link all of this. So now what I'm showing you is stuff I'm going to put in the description box for you.
I'll have to file that away after.
News is actually very nice and informative. Okay. Phantom says this is quite quick. I know. Right? So here they say on this website, reminds me a bit of the Idaho case when remember the police had their website to put all the updates on.
There we
Reston Police
go.
District. Following an intensive and ongoing investigation spanning nearly 7 months, the FCPD homicide detectives have arrested an au pair in connection to February's fatal shooting of a man near the Hampton
I
Town
need some
neighborhood.
dip base. Whoever got me, I don't even know if I can wait that long, but I need dip base. And the Secret Santa.
200 block of Stable Brookway. On February 24th, they descended upon an appalling scene. They found Christine
I should
Banfield
put that on my
of
wish list.
Herndon in an upstairs bedroom, suffering from stab wounds to the upper body.
Like I'm pretty good on top coat.
Suffering from gunshot wounds to the upper body.
Base is always
Initial
needed.
calls were made by the family's au pair and Banfield's husband. Made calls together too. Through forensic evidence and multiple interviews, detectives determined the au pair, 23-year-old Juliana Perez Magalis of Reston, shot Joseph Ryan. Perez Magalis has been charged with second-degree murder and use of a firearm in the commission of a felony and is being held at the Adult Detention Center on no bond. Detectives continue to conduct interviews and review digital and forensic
All right.
evidence to determine the circumstances that led up to the fatal stabbing of Christine Banfield. And we know the text messages between the two.
Am I going backwards? I did because I started here, went here,
And what they said
went
was-
here and then came back here. All
That's
right.
Christina Lotham. So,
Well.
again, put this in the description box. We are asking anyone with information regarding these incidents to call our Major Crimes Bureau at 703-246-7800. Option 2. Tips can also be submitted anonymously through Crime Solvers by phone 1-866-411-TIPS and by
There we go.
web. Click here. So there's a link to that, which is why I'm going to link this as well for you. Download the P3 Tips app, Fairfax Co. Crime Solvers. Anonymous tipsters are eligible for cash rewards. Please leave contact information if you wish for a detective to follow up with you. Victim specialists from our Major Crimes Bureau Victim Services Division have been assigned to ensure the victims' families are receiving appropriate resources and assistance. Join us on Neighbors by Ring, a place where you can connect with your neighbors, see what's happening in your neighborhood, and share any available
Okay.
surveillance footage with our department. Yes, ring cams. Are you in the area? Do you have dash cam footage, ring cam footage? Were you filming a TikTok? What were you doing? Do you have anything to share with the police? Please also like and share this episode.
All right. So let's just do another layer on the pinky.
Hasn't seen
Damn.
this case, doesn't know about it. Maybe they could
Hold
see it.
on.
Oh my word.
I'm not sure.
From February 24th of 2023. That's important. Probably the days before and even after would be important too.
All right.
So they said.
I think my middle finger has 2 layers, and then my ring and index and thumb each have 3 layers. My pinky is about to have 2 layers.
I've got another way that I found on Reddit. I think it was.
So I got to see if it makes a big difference, if there's a big difference or not, you know.
According to this one, let's see it. Look there. Good. I mean, it's just, you know, matching outfits over here. Because why not, right? Come on. Look at these two. You know, if it's true that everyone is okay, I don't think so. I don't think Christine would have been okay with the hubby dating more pay. That doesn't sound right to me. If they were like, had an open relationship, that's one thing. Dating the living au pair, I don't think so.
Oh no, I have 2 layers on my
Anything
thumb.
like this, I don't buy it. Someone says, I can see first. In the other photo, is that what they were itching? But look at this. Oh, cute. Look at them.
Okay. I think I'm going to just leave them as they are.
So, just look at that photo again. Wait.
Oops.
Yeah, Stefan, you're right. What is she eating here? I don't know.
I think that's fine.
And they talk about loving Poor Life Boy. I can see.
I think I have to order some more of this. I'm getting low.
Don't ruin Poor Life Boy for us. So we've got that. Let's just see what else we have here. We did that one. Yes, an update. I think we did everything now. Okay. So we're all updated now. That's all we have for now. If there's anything else, of course, I will let you know.
All right. I'm going to go in with a layer of your dip so I don't file off any of my white.
It really helps me a lot. I'm like, oh yeah, what happened with that case? You know, we keep looking. Okay. Rexy says, can the mods tell me where Erin has been? Erin is fine. She'll be back soon. Sometimes mods either need a break or have family matters to attend to and things like that we can't just share on here. So, but she is okay and she misses all of you very much and she will be back soon. Okay. I know lots of people have been asking. We love Erin. Yes. Okay. Carrie says, that shirt pic taken at Walmart? I don't know. Did they get their matching outfits at Walmart? Maybe. Like, what team are they supporting there? What are they doing? Who's number 11? And it's like 11-11. No. It's not written in the stars. This is a match made in hell, apparently. I don't like it. But again, who knows what's going on here? It's just a very, very weird situation. I'm like, okay. So he wasn't working that day. Oh, surprise, surprise. On that day, he wasn't working, just hanging around, maybe at like what, a local brunch spot or what? It was not even brunch, it was early in the morning. So
All right, keep going.
Right. And then it's like, ooh, there's a man here. Let me come over. Let's quickly go to the basement. Bring the shame, the poor daughter. See, Chini says, lose the team. So, all are innocent until proven guilty. Only one has been arrested, as the police chief said so far. I can say it too, because he said we have arrested one so far. Yeah, okay, one so far, charged with second-degree murder. We'll keep our eye on it. If you find any documents, any court footage, or anything like that in this case, please do send it to me. You know I love all that stuff. Documents, body cam, whatever it is. Love that. I have questions. As crazy as this case is, at this point, with what we know, it's way more from a
Oh yeah, they were definitely a couple. There's pictures of them together.
Evidence is going to be their downfall, or the okay downfall, whoever did this. I think that's going to have a lot of clues. But then again, he's a special agent with the IRS, so maybe he's good at getting rid of that. I'm not sure. Maybe she not so much. And if the OPEC talks, she keeps quiet. Yeah. What if the OPEC talk? Maybe she's going to be offered like a plea deal or something and talk. Let's hope that happens. You just never know. Like we saw in the Dan Markel case. Yeah, I don't know if Charlie Adelson and his mom and everyone thought that if you follow that case, I'm busy deep diving it. Okay, we're working on. I don't know if in that case they really thought that Catherine McBanawa and the other two, well, the hitmen, would actually snitch like that. You know what I mean? Like literally completely turn on them. Yeah, but they did. So in this case, is the okay gonna talk at some point? I wonder. Ooh, Tracy says, do we have any updates for the Cassie Carley case? I've been looking at that, and Marcus Fanabello's trial was supposed to start, but guess what? Now it's being postponed indefinitely.
There we go.
Evidence. We still don't have that autopsy, the autopsy results of exactly what happened to her. No, so unfortunately not. Well, that's the update. It's like indefinite postponement, which really sucks.
All right, there we go.
Your Sunday here with me. I really, really appreciate it. I hope that even though the topic is very grim, I hope that you had a nice time here with all of us together. It's always nice to be together.
Then we'll activate next. We'll shape these nails, and then we'll get to nail art.
I definitely can't like all of them or heart all of them, so never be offended, but I do read all of them as much as I can. Okay, so leave your comments below. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts on what the heck happened in this case here. It sounds very, very red flaggy to me. So we shall see. If there are any more developments, we'll meet again over this case. Otherwise, don't worry. We've got many cases to talk about. Lots of work ahead for me, which I look forward to always bringing to you. Okay, Marley says, don't choose a boyfriend who cheats on his wife. Yeah, at the end of the day, he's the prize, the cheater. You know? If she's like the mistress and like fighting to be with him, yeah, but he's the prize. What you're fighting for is that guy, the cheater. No. He'll cheat on you too. Okay, I will see you again very soon. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for supporting the channel. If you haven't made it over to Patreon yet, please do make it over to Patreon.
All right, let's let these nails sit for a couple of minutes. You know what I've noticed with this Model 1's activator?
And I will see you.
It doesn't seem to like really harden the nails like that well or that great. I filed off dip and it comes off like a lot easier, so I might have to go back through. I'm gonna wait and see, but I've definitely noticed it. Maybe I'm just not waiting long enough before filing. Okay, let's see what else is on. Ooh, Tim Ferritter sentencing. Yeah, that guy, the boy in the box trial, the guy who put his foster son, his son, adopted son or whatever, he built a box in the garage. Remember I told you it was like a 6x6 foot box with a mattress on the floor, a bucket to go to the bathroom, and a desk. It had a lock on the outside of the door that the parents could only control. A light switch that only the parents could control was outside of the room. So he was found guilty of child abuse and was facing up to 35 years in jail, but the judge gave him 5 years prison. And
I thought you were talking about the other boiler ones.
this is the only one.
Get this coffin-shaped novelty bag for free. I love this unique
The
design.
9-year-old who
Plus,
found out on the
this
side of
bag
the
is
road.
Oh, no.
constructed with a
Yeah, not that.
Perfect Christmas gift for my friends and
The man who's getting ready to live in a
think
box
it's found his
because he made
identity.
his son live in a box basically isolated his way out of the courtroom during sentencing because of how light the judge went on him. And we're going to talk about that
and the sentencing in today's video. Hello, subscribe. The old sofa. The old sofa's back there, but you'll notice little spots.
You items will need, right?
That's because Roscoe's right there. I can see him, but you can't. That's how he wants it right now. He doesn't want to be a TV dog right now, and I have to honor those wishes. Anyways, my name's Paul, if you're new to the channel. Now, what we're going to be talking about today is the Tim Ferritter sentencing. This just took place, depending on when you're watching this, a couple of days ago. So he was sentenced. Tim and his wife are the couple who, well, Tim has gone to court. He obviously is found guilty. His wife will be going through her judicial
Yeah, his
process.
wife is facing the same charges
Found guilty and sentenced.
and will be having a trial.
Essentially building a small box prison type thing in the garage where he made his son live. The son would have to use the bathroom in a bucket. There was abuse, but not in your typical way that you might see. And so that made this case very awkward, but yet heartbreaking at the same time. And we'll hear the judge talk about this when he's addressing Tim and the final words and stuff during sentencing and whatnot. This is not really your standard abuse case, but it's still really out there, okay, with what he did. And seemingly, that his wife partaked in too. Now, one thing about this case as well is that Tim was offered a plea deal for a couple of years. He did.
Yeah, he was offered a plea deal for 24 months and he turned it down and then was found guilty.
40 years. So remember that number, 40 years, because he didn't get anywhere near that. Now, what we're going to do is I've picked out just a few pieces and clips of the sentencing that I want to make commentary on. And we'll do just that. We'll go through, we'll watch them, I'll make some commentary, and then do kind of like final thoughts and words at the very end of it. Now, if you do want to follow me, outside this little world here of YouTube, you can go on over to the Instagrams. It's on the screen right there. Go on, follow us.
You guys ever, do any of you watch John Oliver?
So what I want to do first is watch a quick little montage.
His thing this week was on dollar stores, and there were so many complaints about Dollar General, which is the store Kendra works for. So it's like, she's got to watch this.
I just want to look at a couple. His mother passed her, and we'll talk about it after we watch the clips. Now, also be warned, the audio in this hearing right here, you want to talk about drinking from the cupboard, y'all. The audio was so horrible. I'm going to try and level it out and that type thing, but it was coming from the court. Like, nothing could be done about it, basically. So moderators and stuff talking. So just know that. When you listen to this, if you're having headphones, don't get blasted out. Just be warned that the audio is very
that's
different
Amazon
from
packages.
with the way that people
Oh, wait,
talk
is that
on
mine?
phones.
I can't tell. You want to go get the packages out there on our porch for me, please? Well, I'm in the middle of a live. I'll just have to get it after. All right.
Okay, good afternoon. As you know, I'm a press writer. When I say I don't condone Tim's behavior, that behavior was atypical. Tim has always been a loving and gracious son who was never a problem and never really got into much trouble. I am imploring you, Judge Coates, to show some mercy on Tim. I'm going to be 74 next month, and I would like to spend some time with Tim before I go.
Now, one thing that I thought was interesting about this is, number one, here's this Patrick coming up going years back, right? So for Tim to be able to get all these various people to go and speak to him, is interesting, right? Because oftentimes you see in some of these cases where the perpetrator will be the only one who can speak for themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm specifically also thinking of Rosenbaum trial, where she had the postman was the only person who would get up there and talk to her. Mind you, she killed her daughter. There's that. Now, his mother getting up and speaking, I would expect that. And her stance of, I'm going to be 74, I'd like to spend time with him, and this, that, and the other. I really don't think that probably held too much weight with the judge. Of course.
Nobody wants to twin me today?
Deaf ears when, you're talking about someone who has made really poor decisions that have affected someone, especially a child, a minor, his child, and will have long-lasting effects. So it's like, well, I'm sure you would have spent some time with your son, but he made a really, really bad decision, right? And that has consequences to it. So let's go ahead and move on to hearing from the actual man himself, from him, Tim.
I want to start out by recognizing that all my kids have been devastated by this entire situation. And I'm very sorry to them that they've had to go through this.
Now, again, I told you the audio is crazy, right? So do with what you got to do while listening to him speak, because it was, whoa, my God, next level. Now he's apologizing to his kids, putting them through all this. Now, we're going to hear from the victim himself here in a few minutes. His sister, one of the daughters, got up there and she rigged him to act. I mean, she called him out on his behavior. So that's the thing. And the judge will even mention this, which is like, essentially Tim has this temporary, trauma going on right now with obviously you're going to prison, your family's been torn apart, whatever. This has implications that stretch generations and lifetimes. Because of the decisions that him and his wife made as to how they were going to handle this situation, which was not that bad, okay? Even the judge will make note of this. This behavior was just almost like a cycle of, because of, I think the judge said, because of what Tim was doing, it created the behavior, right? Because there really wasn't anything horrible going on before that. So, anyway.
Yeah, like the kid would take a candy bar and they'd say he stole it. You know what I mean? Like they were wicked tough on him. This is another family living in $1 million home in Florida. It's like you never know what goes on behind closed doors, right?
When it comes to your health,
Okay.
you do you. You pin and palm that body. You plunge that body. You green that body. You brain power that body. You practice and practice that body. You make it rain that body. You flu shot that body. And now you Spikevax that body. Because even though the pandemic is over, COVID-19 isn't. Spikevax by
So I'm on the next BBB and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to use these dips. But I think it is going to end up being plaid or something.
Redness and swelling, tiredness, headache, muscle pain, chills, joint pain, and fever. Make vaccination against COVID-19 a part of your health routine. Spikevax that body with Spikevax by Moderna.
Mama and I have lost all the kids. One of the kids lost his foster parents.
Now, of course, here he is. He's getting emotional. He's crying. You see the people in the audience on his side, right? He does have a lot of people who have shown up. Very emotional. And one thing that I really felt throughout this is with Tim, people in there, his people behind it, whatever, and the judge will make note of this too, is there's this overwhelming sense of almost like, well, what I did wasn't really that bad. I think Tim will say in a minute, it was out of love or whatever. The enormity of it doesn't seem to really sink in.
I give 2 examples. If at 2 a.m., my wife and I got out of bed to attend to take care of the crying baby, Fiona, Maria, and Bruce. That act of getting out of bed to take care of the crying child is not necessarily for the benefit of Tracy or myself. It's the benefit for the crying baby. Another example, a family of 6, we as a family of 6, Tracy, I, and Fiona, Maria, and Bruce.
Okay, I'm just shaping the thumb. We're getting there. Shape the free edge.
Not for the 6 of us. Everything I did was out of love.
And here you go. Everything I did was out of love besides these two examples. I do believe that there was a sliver of him actually believing that. Now, like the judge will say, though, his actions also show that he knew it was over the top because he was trying to hide it, as well as Tracy. You know, I think there's a kernel somewhere buried in there in him of tough love. You know, this is how you man up, and that kind of a thing, or whatever. But it got way out of control. Now, I'm not trying to condone his behavior because we'll talk more about what my thoughts are on what he did. If you've watched my videos on it, then you already know. Because I don't agree with what he did at all. And I think he's right where he belongs for this, to learn the lesson that he needs to learn for doing something this careless with a child's life that will have lifetime implications.
All right.
Here you see the reasoning and what I just said a minute ago, which is there's this level of they don't really see anything wrong with this because it's like, well, this is how
Buff the nails now.
this is how you do this. Maybe this is all you know. You know, and that's where it's like we still haven't learned. Like there's so many other options of tough love, right? That one could do, especially when they have the means like this family did, before you get to the place of building a prison in your garage for the child. And then this is not talking about physical abuse, you know, the hands on the throat, just that kind of stuff. This is just the basic box in the garage part of it, okay? This is not the other
One more.
So that's the part that is concerning about this. And obviously he will be reunited with his family at some point. So hopefully this can sink in over the next few years of
There we go. Okay.
is where he is at now.
So we want to brush off. Now I'm going to see up here, there's an imperfection. I'm going to use my ergo file to fix up the cuticle areas on my nails.
I mean, he's having a hard time getting through this now, getting real emotional. That whole thing about, he brought up that mercy thing, right? Because you know he's in the back of his head, like, let's get to the have mercy on me part, which he gets a sweet deal.
Keep up the curiosity and desire for learning. I love you always, and please know that you'll always be my boy.
Now, as you hear him say, you'll always be my boy. The victim has gotten up here and spoken very highly of his father. In fact, we're getting ready to listen to him speak about that.
Okay, that looks
Yeah,
good.
and he'll continue on with the things that we're getting ready to hear. So let's use this as a segue to hear what he is saying now. Dad's been found guilty. It's sentencing. What does he have to say?
I came here today to see your face again. It might be the last. So let's make this right.
Now, I forgot to say before we started, go ahead and get your tissues, get your little paper plate. I actually don't have a snack on me. So I usually have a paper plate with food because you know me at this point. Good Lord. Yeah, but it's very early in the morning and I do have my cup is right here. So that being said, I usually use the plate off when I start to cry. So this is a tearjerker, y'all. This is a tearjerker to hear what this child has to say, or this young man, I should say. Because the emotional maturity of him, it gives me goosebumps for what he's been through. So I just want to preface that with that. So go and get ready to do a few little tear sheds and let's jump on it.
Okay. It's because behind this monster of madness, you're in your wrongdoing, I see a soft spot. I see what you truly are. I know that hiding in the darkness of fear and blame is true fatherly love. In the exact same spot, there's nurturing. I believe that it can still be activated. You just need to excavate the corrupted parts of your heart.
I mean, my God, y'all.
Yeah, the boy like totally forgave him too, his son, the one who he locked
Just to
in.
hear him talk like that, right? It breaks your heart. And at the end of the day, I mean, that's his dad, right? You know, he's still a minor. He's still, you know, I don't want to say a child, but he's a child, right? And to have that kind of compassion and to, you know, really that maturity for him to be able to look at it and really kind of sum up Tim, you know, and really just look at it like, you know what, I think that you're A, B, and C. You know, he sees the multifaceted, multi-layered part to his father. And that part fascinates me for a child to be able to articulate that as well as this young man has.
That is true and false. I do want to talk about you. That's because I still love you. And I'll always love you until the end of my days.
Again, hearing him speak like this, you just have to think of the things that he'll say. And again, I've just pulled some of the clips out. And I don't know if I have this in here, but at one point he talks about him missing his father. I'm sure I have it in here. We'll get to it in a minute, but if not, I want to talk about it now. I can think of it, missing him,
right.
wondering what he's doing and that kind of thing. And then if you think back to when you're young or whatever, maybe even now you think this with your parents, and almost like the breaking up of the relationship is what it sounds like here, because remember he's with someone else now. His dad
Okay.
Obviously.
There we go.
His family's been broken apart, is what I'm getting at. And so to hear that heartbreak come through his voice, because no matter what, no matter how bad he was treated by his father, how scared he was in that box at nighttime, he still has that love. And we so often see that in these cases because that's your parent. That's all you know. This is the world they created. And so there is that in there. Do I think that Tim loves his son? Yes, I do.
Okay.
On some level.
All right, good. Let's clean them off and get to, well, actually, I'm going to top coat the nails first, finish up the dip mani, and then we'll get to stamping. We don't want to stamp because I'm going to stamp the wires, the strings of lights in black. So we definitely should
Oh, you don't use Rocket Money?
No, should I?
top coat these, finish the mani with dip top coat, and then we'll get into stamping, and then we can top coat the stamped images with gel.
And I've been using it to budget lately.
All right.
It's way easier.
So that means we have to reactivate.
Hate spreadsheets.
The worst. Plus, and this is my favorite part, it found out that I was paying for 2 Spotify accounts, and it let me cancel it right in the app.
That's cool.
I know. And it got me a refund.
How much?
$350.
Okay, I'm getting Rocket Money.
Smart move.
There we go.
You should too. Download it.
You guys are so quiet. I know Michelle's working, Britt's working. What are you doing, Tara? You doing your nails or doing a set?
You're Brian Halsey, zero debt, perfect payment history. I worship you, man.
Or are you catching up on swatching or something?
It has a digital checking account that can build credit without the debt. I use mine for everything.
I'm just gonna go grab the packages on the porch while I'm waiting on this activator for a second.
Builds credit.
Be right back.
Experience Smart Money account through the free app.
I wish I want to say that you never left. It's been everyday process since we last made contact. I feel like everything is slowly taken away from
I mean, can you imagine being the parent and sitting here hearing that? I feel like everything is being taken away from me. This is a young man who, if you didn't follow this case, he ran away at one point. And then he just showed back up at school a few days later, and they're basically like, well, hello, we have to get the law involved, like, what happened? And he's like, I just...
No FedEx yet. It was just
sitting over here as a onlooker.
animal food, pet food.
And so for him saying this, you're just like, oh my God, this poor boy. And then looking at Tim, again, out in his head, I don't know him. I don't know what's transpired since all this is
Swipe off.
But remember, it's been very recent that Tim has actually had his world truly messed up.
You're not doing your nails for the next 2 weeks, is that what you're saying? I'm done.
So we're talking 3 weeks maybe or something like that. Like
Web work, huh? You setting up your own website? What are you going to sell? Like press-ons? Are you going to sell press-on sets?
Because his body mannerisms and him putting his hand on this shows regret, remorse. But is that authentic? I don't know.
I want to say I miss those brown eyes. I miss knowing what you're doing. I also miss knowing how your day has been. I keep on thinking about you, whether I'm in a good mood or not.
Okay, this is the part, y'all, that really got to me. When he's like, I want to say I miss Mrs. Brown as I think about you. I mean, oh my God. Again, Matt, this is having your parent ripped away from you. And he is expressing this, and it's such a poetic
Okay.
way, right? I mean, I don't know how the judge was able to not cry through this. Okay. You know, hearing a victim, because so often, too, a lot of times in these cases, unfortunately, the victims, they're no longer here to speak, or it's such a minor that they're not going to, you know, get up and say something like this. So it's kind of a rare.
Hi, happy alligator.
And this isn't a good way the victim survived.
Thank you. Hang around for a little bit. We're going to do Christmas light nails. We're going to do some Christmas light nail art.
Mixed bag of emotions that has to be so confusing for him.
But we got to remember that a mistake was made in trauma last.
Okay, just doing
So it was hard to
dip top coat
And this is
right now on the Manny,
you know, I agree
which
with the judge.
finishes up
Just like,
the dip Manny.
is, you know, when the judge is like, look, you know, I understand, you know, the victim.
Give this a minute, and then I'll go in.
But he probably doesn't have a grasp on
So just a simple white dip powder manicure to start.
This young man has a whole life ahead of him to see this play out.
Hit subscribe while you're here.
Relationships, or he moves out on his own, has his own children, and these nuances of having to live with.
So dip top coat gets 2 layers. That's what I'm doing here right now.
He's gonna probably go on this roller coaster
Layer number
ride
2.
of emotions over his father and his father's actions to him.
It creates pain.
My skin is so
It creates
dry.
suffering. It creates hate. And the last thing I want to do is hate. A lot of people dislike you because of your actions.
There we
And
go.
my feelings
All right, so we'll give these a minute or so to dry, and then we'll get going with the nail art. So we're going to use, like I said, the bottom image here of the stamping plate, and we'll string the lights pretty much going across the nails. You know, like in the center is what my plan is. Thank you.
I feel about you. I feel sad. I feel sympathy. I feel hope. But most importantly, I feel forgiveness.
This is the boy who we put in the box. He was a teenager. Talking to him right now that he forgives him, and he asked the judge like to sentence him to like no jail time and kinds of stuff like that.
I can only imagine that all of those are present, and like I said, they'll continue to be, right?
Dying to use these things, but I haven't found the right Manny for him yet. They're bubbles. They're flat on one side, and they're iridescent. They're super cute. So they kind of look like half pearls, you know, but they're clear.
My dad was at this point, and at this stage in that game, my dad was making the decision to build a box for me.
And do something with those.
Making me use the bathroom in a bucket.
Okay, just wait on these for maybe another minute. They might even be dry, but I'm too afraid to check it.
Right there. Now, I'm not trying to say, oh, you shouldn't forgive him or he'll change his mind, but it's those little moments right there that I think about his life.
Let me grab out my black stamping polish because we're going to need that. I have some napkins here from Subway.
I hope you can gather yourself and try to follow up on the consequences of your actions. Just remember that I'm straight to your son.
My stamping polishes, and we're going to use, like I said, black. Your name's Nell?
Michael, take one.
Hold on. What makes Michael's custom framing different is when we have a customer.
There we go. See, we're already.
One-on-one.
Wow, it's amazing how quick this dries, you guys.
A combination that would complement their piece.
And still a fair. One thing that would be interesting, this would be a case that would be
All right.
interesting. in 20 years, where are they now? Kind of a thing to see if their relationship.
So first thing I'm going to do is clean the image with alcohol. Also going to clean my stamper with alcohol.
See like where that is, do they mend that bridge, and what does that look like if so? Now let's go ahead and move on into the actual sentencing.
I thought about using colored gel or the black because the lights are gonna. Some of them will be black, some will be empty spaces. I thought about colored gel, but I think the gems will look cuter.
That nobody gets what they want, and sometimes that's.
Just want to make sure it's dry.
Ooh, and he was not just whistling Dixie on that one. Okay. Okay, there was definitely a lot going on. Now, before we get into the rest of it, what I want to say is okay, when I was watching this is what I was expecting. Remember the 40-year thing, like it could go up to that? I was thinking this, a couple of things. Number one, I was thinking, what if he does some kind of a mixed type sentence that reflects how many years?
I'm going to start there and I'm going to swipe this way.
Like, you know what? He's going to have a trial. This happened. I was like, I'm thinking.
And we'll pick up as much as we can. This is a large stamper, so we'll see what we get.
And not like 20 years incarcerated, but some mixture of like 10 years incarcerated.
All right, let's take some of this off. It doesn't belong here.
Okay, so just know that's where
All right, that's good.
my mind was.
So this is what we have. I'm going to start right on my thumb.
This wasn't a one-day deal or a two-day deal. This was a situation that occurred over a 6-week period in the state of Florida.
God. So that's what it looks like. But even where we have black spots, I will be putting gems there.
Amen, brother. I mean, it is the truth, okay? Just go back, if you haven't followed this case, go back to luckily the whistleblower of the situation, the contractor who built the room in Florida, who was like, okay, at first this is supposed to be an office, but then they changed this and that, and all the way down to the very last thing of, oh yeah, by the way, could you reverse the locks? Like put the locks and the door handle on the outside of the door. And he's like, middle-aged.
All right, so let's just leave that. I'm gonna wipe this up.
Thing in the garage that's locked from the outside. You already know what that looks like. Okay, of course he called the police. Thank God, right?
Okay.
So that right there shows you.
So now let's continue on.
Their right mind would have a contractor do that.
Use these now on the side.
Why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Thank God he did, right? Because it tipped him off, of course. But all these little things, don't let the neighbors see you, pour your waste out in the thing. Let's go hide the bucket before the cops come. These were decisions made by the Remember, she's going up for trial next, okay? She should be nervous, okay? She just saw what happened to her husband. So I'm so glad the judge mentioned this because there were so many chances to stop and think, and I think that they did. And then they
All right.
I mean, I looked at the
Clean that up.
qualities that the defendant has. He doesn't have a prior history. He has no criminal background, and he has experienced the loss himself in terms of the utter collapse of the family,
So-
and all of his children taken away.
Whoops.
And that's what makes this a unique
There we
situation.
go.
Because, no priors, all these people there to support him, victims speaking up for him, the son, and whatnot. And so it makes it,
All right, let me let that dry.
unique, right? Now, this doesn't alleviate the fact that what he did is still, doesn't matter if you've never
Hey,
it
Brandis.
was not good, right? So, I mean, I get that. But I'm glad again.
Brandis,
Look,
do you,
this is an example of this multi-layered
want
layer.
a twin on the Revelist Club tips
They had
this
these
week,
moments in
like
police
Friday and
officers,
post Saturday
but
with Tara
they
and me?
went off in left field where these horrifying decisions were made and this abuse started and whatnot. So anyway, let's keep going.
I will say that whatever the sentence is that I impose in this matter, it will be for a defined period and it will come to an end. And at some point, the defendant will have the opportunity to try to put his life back together. And I get it that his life has been turned upside down.
I'm also glad that he mentions this because it's, what he's talking about is, Tim although it might look like his world is falling apart and it has, you know, I mean, let's just be honest. The family's separated. And you hear the testimony of the son, the daughter reading his rights.
Nope, I didn't pick up at all. Maybe it was still wet.
But that will come to an end for Tim.
Or
He
maybe
can
I
go
did
back
something
out
wrong.
And restart over. However, what's been done to the victim has been done, and it's a lifetime commitment.
What
right?
the hell?
So it's like when the sentence comes, it's like you have to balance this out. Like, look,
All right.
you know, kind of sucks.
This is wait till we're here talking nails, not porn, dude. Okay.
Not just him.
Take that somewhere else.
I'm sure it sucks for him, right? But I mean, that's what it's supposed to be. But what he did affects his child. It's a trajectory, right? I mean,
Well, it looks like the colors are blue and gray, or like a bluish purple and gray.
Citing previous examples where we see this type of stuff, you know, where behavior repeats behavior and that type of thing. So it's like you have to sit here and look at it and be like, you've created a trajectory, a defining thing that can last this person the rest of their life. So, you know, the scales of justice have to balance.
I was doing so good.
Most, if not all, of the problems were caused by the defendant himself and his discipline of the child.
And let's talk about that for a moment, because literally, when you start looking into what's the stuff that the victim was doing that was so horrible, and you're
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. Let's try again.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. And this is how I explain to somebody else. If you've seen like Dr. Phil and like Catch Me Outside Girl, all these notorious like troubled teen people they have on there,
I'm starting to sweat.
Now, I'm not saying, okay, we'll go build a little prison in the garage with Catch Me Outside Girl and whatnot. But I'm saying, when you sit here and look at like what pushed me over the edge, it's like this was Tim's breaking point, this behavior, you know. And then the behavior that started to escalate more was clearly a direct result of the abuse that the victim was getting out. Of course you're going to act out if you're being made to live in a prison in the garage away from your family.
All right.
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, I look to the mental status or situation that the
What's going on?
experiencing. And you
Wonder if it's my plate.
basis under the catch-all provision that would give me
No, that didn't pick it up either. What's going on, Tara? What am I doing wrong?
It's the defense has basically, they did a downward departure hearing, which
I'm not noticing anything different. I'm not doing anything different.
certain evidence or discretions and go outside the sentencing guidelines. Now, if you watch the sentencing, I mean, and trust me, y'all, this is like, what, 30 minutes worth of stuff here? Y'all, it was hours, okay? I'll talk about my thoughts on the defense at the end, because at the very end of it, I was like, well, she's probably laughing all the way to the bank, I guess, you know, because, I mean, honestly, sure, she got her client a sweet deal, and it worked. Because the process leading up to it, I was like, oh my God, this was like a whole other trial ever. You know, but that's what the judge is talking about now. You know, he's kind of marked out some of the reasonings that she cited, which one of them was essentially, you know, almost like the child's behavior caused this type of situation.
What's going on?
Very quickly sum it up, which he's like, no, on that one.
I do think that the defendant probably came from a disciplined environment, having grown up in Quantico, and maybe that's all he knew.
Now, here's one thing, and we're about to hear what I consider the bombshell part of the judge's statement as to why he gave the sentence he did. But before we get to it, this thing that he just said about he wrote in Quantico, that I can 100% see and agree with that, right? And again, I'm not giving Tim like, oh, okay, so, you know, yeah, pat him on back. No, not at all.
Oh my God. It's just like not picking up.
Right? But I do think that like the palette for what Tim was coming from,
I had no problem at the beginning.
strict, you know, black or white, yes or no, 1 or 100, nothing in between, kind of, you know, a mindset of discipline and whatnot. You know, toughen up, be a man. You know, this is how it's gonna be. You know, that type of stuff. And so I think that had a huge part in some of his decision making. Again, does not make it right. But I just think that it is what it is type thing.
See, it
But
still didn't
let's
pick up
listen
the
to this
whole
next thing
image.
the judge says
Close,
now,
but not all of it.
Having been a Marine, I know how Marines operate, and I know how disciplined the environment can be.
Okay. So when I heard that, I was like, there. And then, you know, obviously give the sentence. I was like, there you go. And his decision to acknowledge and go outside the sentencing guidelines per downward departure. So here's the judge. I've been a Marine. I know that this was like, it was almost like he gets it. Now, again, clearly the judge does not agree with Tim's behavior, right? And he will say that sentence
Try sitting on it.
was way bigger than what Tim ended up getting. But that part right there where I was like, okay, so there's this level of he knows that. Like there's
Sitting on what? The plate?
of this militant disciplinary type thing in this
The plate.
case that the judge
To
is
warm it up?
not-
Alright. It is cold, the plate, you know, especially when you rub alcohol on it.
That's where Tim
But it's nice and warm under my ass.
into account with the sentencing, that type thing. Again, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, or if you agree with it or not, it just is what it is, you know. Because I think so many people were shocked at the sentence.
Ultimately,
Oh, I
the
dropped it.
state is requesting 15 years. And
Alright, it's
the
warm.
defense is requesting 1 year based on the motion, followed by probation. And I do note that I can go all the way up to 40 years.
Okay, so before we get to it, remember, I was thinking 20, state wants 15, the defense wants a year in probation, okay? And he can go all the way up to 40. in case they just get out of the table. So remember, when I'm watching
I'm hitting my head on this.
it's gonna be 20. Yeah, because he's kind of working you up to thinking that. Like, no one's gonna be happy. And I'm like, he's gonna split it in half. Well, then he says this right here. I'm like, so where is this going?
I just wish he'd have been a little more forceful in getting the point to me that he actually acknowledges that what he did was wrong. And I didn't get that. I still didn't get that because I have some sneaking feeling that it, all things being equal, the defendant might
So
say
close.
the same thing over again because he thought it was the right thing to do.
Okay. So remember, the judge is talking about like he was a militant thing, all this type of stuff. But then flip that coin. You can be all those things and not make these decisions and see right and wrong. And 100% he's right. The way Tim talked, it was like the next words out of his mouth were going to be, and I'd do it all over again if I had to. He has not grasped the severity of the actions that they did. I don't know if his wife has at this point, but it's
I almost just want to do it,
speaking that
but I
way,
can't. It's not
it was
good enough.
still- This was out of love, and I had to do what I had to do, kind of a thing, you know, and that's what it was. And it's like, honey, we expect the parent to love the child, and we expect tough love, but this is like so many things could have gone wrong, right? In addition to the
All right, let me
trauma.
flip this plate upside down and
Yeah.
scrape a different
But then
direction.
Also, it's like, and you had so many other options of stuff to do. Like you had the world at your fingertips. You financially could do so many things, and this is what you chose. There's a serious issue with that.
I'm going to downward depart from 75 months to 60 months, and followed by 5 years of probation, 2 years of the first 2 years of probation, which will be NCC.
What the hell? All right, that wasn't right.
Not to have any contact initiated with any of the 3 older children. Those children will be free once they reach age of majority to have contact with the defendant if they so
Cover the
choose.
whole image.
In any event, even if the children so choose to have contact with the defendant, they will not be able to do so until
The whole image? I don't want the whole image. I only want half of it. The whole image won't fit.
Undergo a 40-hour anger management class, which can be taken while he is in custody. That he undergo a 40-hour parenting course, and that he also undergo a mental health evaluation.
What's going on here?
Go to Old Navy, you'll save a toboggan full of macaroonies. It's a real bada bing, bada boom situation. This Friday,
Let me clean up a little bit.
50% off. That's 50% off. Only at Old Navy. Look, this deal is a
Couple
steal.
more
And so is the
napkins.
toboggan. I know because I stole it.
Okay, so 60 months. Okay, along with some probation, the stuff we can do, incarcerate, all that type of stuff, right?
Different
When I
black
saw it,
polish.
I hit the ground for that because again, I was expecting
Kiss.
and
Black
it's
stamping
that number
polish.
lesson, Once the judge talked about like that they want 15, they want 1, and so then I was like, you know, and granted, it's like a 10-year type sentence, right? But the 5 years incarcerated, I was honestly surprised. I was expecting
Oh, it worked.
and then like another 10 mixed around with some state probation, is that the other, right? I was expecting him to put him away for 10 years. I was expecting him to go away for 20, you know, because like when this happened, I was like, oh no, you know, I was expecting him to here 4
If I can do
years.
this, I might even be able to get 2 nails
You
on
might
it.
go to trial, and they offered you a deal, and I know we're going to trial, and it's something like this. No, you know, it's never good. So the fact that the judge did this right here, I was like, whoa.
This isn't very good though. I'm gonna get rid of it.
First of all, so I was talking to my friend Matt about this, and he doesn't follow true crime. So it's like I have to kind of explain the case to him when doing so. You know, it's so interesting because literally off the rip, so many of his questions are the same ones that we
That
asked
dry
each
for a
other
sec.
during the sofa. You know, and he's like, you know, he had some other ones I didn't even think of. You know, he's like, well, why the standard, like, why didn't he do A, B, or C? Did he reach up here? What kind of adoption was this? You know, all these things where it's like, how, like, what could
There
you
we
do
go.
before you get to the point of building a prison in the garage? But then he even went one step further. He's like, well, if you were going to do that, why, and he had all this money, why didn't he, like, put him, like, literally make him a literal apartment? Like, why didn't he just make it like a conversion, you know, and almost have, like, a parental, like, place in there? You know what I mean? So say you turn your garage into an apartment with a room for one parent, and then, or a bed or whatever, and then the child is that much trouble, so that you can take turns and swap out to, if it's, we're having
Ugh,
the child,
that was a hot mess.
anyway, what parent can be out there, why not have a bathroom out there, that type of thing. And I go to this thought process that I saw, and I cannot think of it right now, but I just know the documentary I saw about this couple that had like these kind of, they had a family. These were not adopted children, but I think just natural born, you know, their children or whatever, that they have between the two of them. And one of them turned out very behaviorally, I mean, like next level with so many things going on. Well, they ended up renting an apartment across the hall of their apartment complex to live separately.
There we go. Got it.
Take turns, like, so that they had this whole system because they could not trust this girl around her younger brother, I think it was. And so, does it sound miserable? Yeah. Okay. But like, and these are working, you know, class people. I'm not trying to say the Ferreters are, but the Ferreters were clearly more financially better off, is what I'm getting at, than this particular situation I'm thinking of. And so, you could
Got one more
you
left.
could have made the self-contained apartment and switch things out and rotated things instead of this whole thing of like he's literally living in this militant prison. You know, with no
Yeah, but you won't stamp, but you'll hand place glitters 24/7. If you can hand place glitters, girl, you got the patience for stamping.
So it was very interesting that way. I agree with the judge. I don't think at this state in time, I think that it has not faced. I mean, Tim knows it's wrong because he's going to jail.
All right.
But this is not.
Okay, good.
He would do it again.
Once I switched to that Kiss brand one, I didn't have any problems. But it was fine at the beginning before, too, you know. Let's go this way.
Right? I mean, at all. Okay. You know, the mother's getting ready to go to trial, unless they say, look, we'll cop out to whatever just to avoid the cost of the trial.
All right.
Yeah, but where do you go with that?
So I got them kind of going. I tried to like line them up as best I could. I think I did an alright job with that.
We're able to close their eyes and fall asleep at night. Imagine your kids.
So stamping was a success. It took some patience, as usual, but it worked out. So yay.
Okay, this is not a come and go from it. You have a bathroom. Like, this is like literally a little prison cell. You didn't control anything, and then all the way down your body.
I got that stamping polish at CVS. They sold like a little stamping kit.
How could you sleep at night? You know,
All right, I know these ones are dry, so we'll go in with these. I'm gonna use dots of base, I think,
dump their waste in the backyard.
to place these gems.
How you would be thinking that made that kid feel. That part just, it sends me over the edge.
Let's get out a little container here.
Haunts me is the otherness that he must have felt. And he said, you know, for a lot.
Pull out some different colors.
So he ran away.
Red,
Don't blame
green.
him. I mean, what else do you think would happen, right? So, anyways, so the sentence, do I agree with that? I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not a judge, I'm not a lawyer, I'm not a jury, right? I literally was thinking 10 years.
Purple.
Incarcerated and a mixture of whatever. That's what I thought was going to take place. So basically,
And I think yellow. I'm
you
gonna
know,
do.
I get the judge saying that, it's something
All
he's
right.
going to walk back out and integrate back in with the family. So basically, we need to prep him to anger management, parenting classes. Here's the rules of contact with the kids. Here's this and that. All that has to be.
All right, so I'm gonna start with the thumb.
Heard the victim saying that they are going to be, always a ferreter. I love you, always will. So he clearly wants to have a relationship. So
I'm trying just to dot it on the nail. I know.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes. I think 5 years.
Another way could be just to dot it.
He should consider himself so lucky to have gotten those 5 years. I mean, so lucky. Okay. Honestly, I felt like it was unheard of. I was like, really? That's it? But again, I'm not the judge. I'm not there. I don't see all the information for the case. I'm not there for the nuances of it, sitting in the courtroom, doing all that kind of stuff. Again, it's the final say for him. And probably wants to avoid appeals and things like that and whatnot. So yeah, for me, it was a shocker. I'm not gonna lie, it was a shocker. We'll see. Do I think you can change? I think everybody has the capability to. Now, when you get into talks of people who committed, heinous murders, major abuse, I mean, this is a personality type that's willing to go to this level with a child.
Okay.
I hope they can change. I hope they can see out of that.
So like that, right?
So I'm saying whatever darkness has encompassed his heart, I hope he can peel that back while he's incarcerated, so that his family can maybe get a good version of him, right? Like whatever they had at one point. Of course, we want that for everybody. So that's it. Let me know what you think. First of all, if you watched it, I mean, my God, did it not take forever to get to it? It was like a whole other trial going on. I mean, it was like 3-4 hours. And the defense
I'm gonna have to do
on
it this way.
and on. I was like, oh my God, I can't handle this. But let me know, what were you expecting? Because that's what was so interesting to me, because we were in a chat room chatting, the Soap Squad and I, and talking about what was going on. So seeing what other people's what do you call it, expectations were of the sentence versus what we got, kind of a thing. So I'm curious to know what were yours and what do you think of the actual sentence. Anyways, that's it. If you're still watching, I really appreciate it. Roscoe is still under the covers, y'all. I don't know what's up with him today. It's Saturday morning, so he might just be lazy. So anyways, drop him some sofas so that he can come out and play with us in the comment section. And until me and him go scurry on down that comment section to hang out with y'all, we'll see y'all there.
I think it's important.
Alec Murder. All right. What do you guys think so far?
What happens next? Tell me about how Maggie and Paul end up out down at the kennels.
Looking cute.
I'm still not absolutely certain exactly how they ended up at the kennel, but in looking at the time frames and looking at the GPS points, I think I pretty well know, because I wasn't sure if Maggie had walked to the kennels or ridden to the kennels, and I wasn't exactly sure how Paul got there, but I'm all but certain that Maggie and Paul went to the kennels together.
All right. And what was the discussion? You said that they were going down there, but you didn't want to go. Is that right?
Maggie, what I said is Maggie asked me to go to the kennels with her, and I wasn't going to go. I said I'm not going to go.
How long after she left did you supposedly go down?
It was very quickly.
Cute, cute, cute.
What did you tell this jury? And all these new facts as to the reason you changed your mind? Why'd you change your mind?
I just had a shower. When you go to the kennel, you always end up at the shop, dogs are running around, you always going to end up doing more work. All right? It's hot. I'd already had a shower. I didn't want to go to the kennel.
understand that.
So I'm just picking up different colored gems here.
So you thought about it for a few minutes and then decided to go down there?
I think I sat and contemplated, am I gonna go, am I gonna go? I think that, like many things Maggie wanted me to do, if I didn't do it at first, I ended up doing it.
And you took the golf cart down to the kennels?
That's correct.
How long did that take to drive from the house down to the kennels in a golf cart?
You know, in looking at the records from OnStar and all of that, it seems to take about a minute in the
Okay.
golf cart. Nope.
And then we just got the pinky to do.
So I would think it's probably, looking at those speeds of what, 20, 24 miles an hour, I would think it takes double that. I think it takes a couple minutes.
All right, so you'll concede at least a couple minutes to drive down.
I think,
Correct.
yes,
In a golf cart.
that's correct.
When the kennel video was going on, did you
Red.
before that?
Blue.
I believe that I had.
Okay. How long do you think you'd been there before that was going on?
Not long.
Come on, purple.
Because when I got there, in looking at the kennel video,
And green.
you can see Pawpaw standing in the kennel. When I got there, Pawpaw wasn't standing in the kennel.
Okay. I have a little.
Well, he wasn't in the kennel.
Let's see if I can file that off, that ink.
He's probably, and I don't know exactly, but I know he wasn't in the kennel. He was like in the driveway. He was fooling with cash. He was in the driveway.
All right, I'm just gonna wait for these to dry, and that's gonna be it. They're done.
But not in the kennel like he is in the video.
So the video happened after that? According to you?
Video happened after I got
After
there.
you first saw Paul? You're saying he wasn't in the kennel. When did the video happen?
I believe that to be the case.
After you had arrived, is that correct?
Yes,
And,
very shortly after I arrived, but after I arrived.
and did you tell Maggie at that time that you were gonna go to Alameda?
I did not.
Did y'all discuss it at all? According to you, to these new facts you're testifying to?
I don't believe so.
Did you have any conversation with her?
Oh, yeah.
Had you had a conversation, did you have a conversation with Paul about the dogs, about Cash's tail prior to going down there?
Yeah, exactly, Mallory. Hi, Mallory. I didn't even know you were here.
Did I have a conversation with Paul about
Did you talk
cash?
to him about Cash and some problem with his tail prior to going down there?
Janet, is the whole family going?
I'm not sure. As I sit here today, I don't recall that, but I don't think so.
When you first arrived in the golf cart, where did you pull up to?
I pulled up right where Maggie was.
Now, using the base, I did notice even where the nails were like already dry, like from the stamping, it made the ink run a little bit in certain spots. It's not super noticeable because the gems are on them, you know, but they're definitely.
I went back to the house.
No, I mean, did you pull up, you get out of
I'm gonna put one here.
the golf cart?
The base definitely makes the stamping polish run.
However long I was down there. No, I got off to take the chicken from Bubba.
How long were you down there before you took the chicken out of the cart?
Very short time.
Like what?
Those are dry.
Couple minutes
And what were you doing during the couple minutes before you got over there to deal with Bubba?
talking to Max.
And what y'all
That's
talking
dry.
You don't remember?
No, sir. I do know that Maggie was very concerned about Pawpaw, and
I'm a little worried about that black, but
You remember a lot of detail about all these new facts, but you don't remember what you talked about?
it's all right.
I don't remember the exact details of what we talked about. I
Okay.
believe that at that time we may have talked about Pawpaw.
But
how dry it is all around my
Were you withdrawing at this
my
time?
nails.
at this time, no, sir.
What do you guys think? I mean, minus the dry cuticles and stuff.
I would only withdraw when I didn't have bills.
And you're saying you had bills
Yes.
You guys see it?
down there for a couple minutes, I think you've said now, before you get off the golf cart.
About, yes, sir.
And where do you go at that point?
I take the chicken from Bubba.
So you get up?
Well, I mean, Bubba's come out there with this chicken.
Oh, back to
He's
his way.
showing us, hey, I caught this chicken. And I take the chicken from Bubba.
Oh,
He came
this
out
way.
on the golf cart.
How does they look?
Maggie and I, which I was on the golf cart, she's by the golf cart. And he's not coming to the golf cart, but he's coming to us.
Is this during the count video or is this after the
There, I'm in frame.
When you hear Maggie say he's got a chicken, that's what she's
All right.
about.
Let's put. Whoa, my e-file almost fell.
So
Nice save.
video's still going on
Crisp
before-
Air Cuticle Oil.
You've heard it, correct? You've heard it in this courtroom.
I don't know exactly. I don't know exactly, but in close timing to Bubba coming out of those woods with the chicken, I got up and took the chicken from him.
Let me ask you this, were the dogs barking and carrying on or going out to the woods or acting like they sensed somebody was around that they didn't know?
Okay.
Were the dogs acting like there was somebody around that they didn't know?
Yeah, like dogs do.
No,
No, they weren't.
there was nobody
There wasn't.
around that the dogs didn't know.
Dogs didn't, to your indication, sense anything out of the ordinary. They were just chasing after you.
There was nobody else around
Good.
for them to sense.
You've heard the kennel video. Would you agree with me that it lasts for about 50 seconds?
I agree with that.
So it would have been
There we go.
45 seconds. Would you agree with that?
I do agree.
All right.
Get out the chicken out of Bubba's mouth at the end of the kennel video. Or did it take
Got a
all-
I
little.
can't remember exactly when in the video.
Now, how to get that
with
off?
the chicken, but I would have had the chicken out of his mouth within
Just a little bit of black
15
that
seconds of Maggie.
got pushed out of the way when I was placing gems.
He's got chicken.
And so then what did you do?
I put the chicken up.
All right.
How long did that take? Did you get out
I
of
just have to leave it like that. I wonder how they'll look when they glow.
Well, yeah, I mean, a few feet, but I did that, yes.
All right, so how long did that take?
I'll use my fake nail-free sleeve. Just a little wrist cuff. But it works. Maybe I should use black.
Got back on the golf cart.
I don't know.
What'd you do after that?
I left.
You left.
I live.
Jumped on the golf cart and left.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Did I get on the golf cart and leave that second? Probably.
All right,
not.
so,
Did I get on the golf cart and leave?
well, they are glowing, but it's hard to see. Like, even if you can't see the colors, you're going to be able to see the shadows from the gems. So, it'll look cool lit up, I think.
And I was getting ready to do exactly what I did.
Maybe I'll use this.
You're getting ready to do what you didn't want to do.
That's correct. I was getting ready to sweat. I was getting ready to work. Going back to the air conditioner.
Okay.
So did you
I think I'll use this. This would be the other option. But I think I'm going to go with black
Did
today.
I say goodbye?
Did you talk to them at all? Or did you
And then I'll probably wear like my bow ring or something.
Let me
see.
Did I say goodbye? Bye. I mean, there would have been some exchange. I'm not saying. What was I
Put
saying?
this on.
have such a photographic memory about these news stories? What happened here?
It's not.
If I can get over the gems. All right, there we go.
You don't remember?
Finished, Manny, guys. I hope you like it.
Did y'all talk about the chicken?
No, I don't think we did.
Did you talk with
Is that better?
Mike about his tail?
Thank you, Michelle. And super easy to do. This is the stuff I like to do is things that I think are easy enough that anybody could do, you know? Like somebody who's just starting out might look at this manicure and be intimidated and think, oh, there's no way I could do that. But then when you see what's actually involved, it's like, no, you can do that, you know? And that's the kind of nail art that I like to stick to with my show is things that anybody could do, you know, just by following the steps. So, I try to keep it like that, you know. So thank you, Michelle. I hope you guys all have a good afternoon. Dominic's waiting for me to make him some cinnamon toast. Huh? I know. I already got up and checked. I brought him in. But thank you. All right, guys. Have a good afternoon. I'm still on a like ban, even though Instagram says I'm not, which I don't understand that. Wonder if I should reach out to them and ask. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you back here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay, guys? I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
No, sir. No, sir. I didn't jet down there and I didn't jet back. I got up after Maggie asked me to leave. After Maggie asked me to go with her, and I did it. I got up. I went and got on a golf cart.